Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Shout out to our radio partners, Fluent Media Network, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. Tonight's show is powered by Live Long Health, Paris Ice Bar, Copon Vodka, Fiya Infusions, and Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Be sure to tap in with us every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, honey, and don't forget, the MzMetchi Show comes on every Monday at 11 a.m. It's showtime. Let's get it. This ain't your average event. It's an experience. Join us April 25th. It's going down for the LinkedIn Lit Brunch Spring and Summer Edition 2026, where real connections and real conversations and real opportunities are happening. Come and enjoy the food, vendors, spirits, as well as the entertainment by our very own DJ MH in the heart of downtown on Michigan Avenue. Definitely would love to see you. Get those tickets at thebpmediaco.com. Okay, bye.
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MH, and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi, and I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Oh, Fabo!
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi. All right? Hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm just jamming real quick. We got a long weekend. I don't know about y'all. Baby girl, you doing too much. Let me stop before I start a whole party. Okay, in the studio. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and we are back. Oh my goodness, y'all! I know I took a little bit of a break, but I'm happy to be back on air with you tonight. Now, if you like that song, that was Means of Operation, and that was Janet. That's the song. So add it to your playlist. Because I know for me, I like something that's gonna get me moving, especially when we got a long weekend. How many of y'all out there got Good Friday off? Praise them. Let's get it. Let's get it. Now, if you all are interested in advertising with me for, future shows and for the things that are going on, please make sure that you reach out to me. Follow the BP Media Co. Okay, I'm here for you. I tell you all the time, I'm not just here for me. I'm here for you. Get in tune. Shout out to my radio partners, of course, Fluent Media Network, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. Okay. And of course, make sure that if you haven't already, sometimes you miss a little bit of the show, and that's okay. That's okay. I want you all to know that the Blueprint Live is available anywhere that you listen to your favorite radio shows and podcasts. So just type it in, hashtag the Blueprint Live, and we definitely pop right up. And of course, shout out to my amazing sponsors, Live Long Health, Copon Vodka, Pretty Curvy Savage, Paris Ice Bar, and Fiya Infusions. Now, look, tonight's What Would You Do? That is always brought to us by Copon Vodka. Shout out to D-Best. Shout out to Copon. Y'all are going to need it for tonight's What Would You Do? It's a little crazy, just a little bit. And because I haven't seen you all or talked in a while, tonight's topic, we have too many things to talk about. So we're just going to do a nice round of let's catch up. But tonight I'm super excited. Let me tell you, I love my people. So a longtime friend of the Blueprint Media Company, MzMetchi, just, that has been in my life and in my career. So I want to shout her out. I want to take a moment to give her flowers. Shout out to Sarita Love. She is always, she's definitely a pillar within our community as far as connecting people that need to meet each other. And a couple weeks ago, you all know that I was part of the media squad for the Legacy Awards weekend. And during this time, of course, I ran into Sarita, and one of the first things that she said, she's like, look, you have to get the Grofessor on your show. Okay. She said it was like one of the first things. And I'm like, girl, well, look. And of course, we're talking right in front of his setup. And let me tell you, I love to see businesses like when I run into them for the first time and they come out swinging, especially when you are setting up expo style. Okay. So I'm super excited tonight to welcome my guest, okay, Nyerere Billups, better known as the Grofessor. Okay, I'm gonna get it all together. It's a lot. I need y'all to take it in, walk with me, okay, on the journey. But I'm super excited. So, Nyerere, if you are ready for me, let me get a thumbs up. If you're ready, okay. I'm gonna bring in my guest, but before, look, we gotta do this right. So let's go ahead and get it prepared because we like to make sure that our guests feel welcomed when they come on the show. But for those that are tuning in, I want to take a moment, just clap it up in the comments for my guest tonight, Nyerere Billups, better known as the Grofessor. Hey.
What up, MzMetchi? We in the building.
I am so excited to have you on. This is a good night tonight.
It is. You know what? You've been talking about this extra weekend, and in the entrepreneurial life, I don't know what extra weekends like. The days of having a corporate gig with the days being off, these days are all running.
You know, I hope, I always tell my friends that are just full on entrepreneurs, because I tell everybody I'm a corporatepreneur. I'm like, please sprinkle some of the entrepreneur dust on me because I want to leave the 9 to 5. I'm trying to just do everything full time.
Well, look, I'm a father of 6. Last year we had a college and high school graduate.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. This year, in May, we'll have our 4th high school graduate. And then we'll have our 2nd college graduate. And so all of this is happening, and I still make them. Because one of the things that certainly you just talked about, and one of the things that I've sort of in my own experience is the serving of 2 masters.
Yeah.
No. Right? And
yeah.
Your entrepreneurship, whatever that thing is, it requires all of you, because it's literally your gift that you're trying to say, there's a space for this, and I'm the reason for the space.
That's right.
And on the other side, you've got this consistency of a check, you've got this boss, you've got these requirements, you've got this thing that in some ways probably enables a little bit of this other thing.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that you find yourself stretched to do is to go all in. And one of the things that having those 2 do is you're not, to me, allowed to truly go all in. And I think for me, in terms of being able to write and speak the way that I wanted to speak, from a sovereign space, and from a freedoms of, I can articulate my own views without having to worry about repercussions in the job.
That's right.
That for me in this space was critical, particularly given the things that I write about, especially in terms of leadership and lack of meritocracy. So I love how you say for us to give you that energy. I think the energy that we're going to give you is, shit, we just did it.
That's right.
There's no, we just did it.
You're right.
And you know what? That you got it.
I'll tell you what, I am getting awful close. Understand? Because I'm trying to move and see. Look, we getting into some different parts of the interview. Let us build.
This is rooted in the book, so you can go there.
Yeah, I'm on my way out of the door to be fully just MzMetchi, just the Blueprint Media Company. So I want to move. I had a thing when I first started business with moving a little bit too quick, right? So now I'm trying to move with strategy and making sure that it's my best move, But
what I would say to you differently is that it's not so much as your strategy being your best move, because you can't know that until you actually make the play. Right? You actually got to build the thing and put it out there to see if there's a market for it, right? Yeah. Whatever that is, right? The thing I feel like I hear you sort of going through, which is the clarity of inside me that says this is all in this.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Right. I think the clarity that, at least for me, that I had, certainly, but I think if you talk to other folks, but where I hear you at as well too, which is, I know I just got to do it, but I need to make sure that when I do it,
mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna be able to look at anybody and say I did it because of them. I need to know that I did this for me. And
Yeah,
when you're there, the decision of being gone is there, because it's not a
yeah.
question of whether or not it's going to be successful. It's a question of whether or not the math is going to give me enough time to slightly line these up just in time.
That's the
Like, I just
thing.
need to just, the moment that run out, I need that deposit to hit to be like, oh, we refill,
Now
right?
look, you're not gonna log on here and read me because this is a full on read, and I'm here for it because look, we'll have to talk offline, Nyerere, because this
Look,
is that read me. Now look, that's enough about me because we're here for you tonight. Okay, we are here
well,
for
but
you.
well, you just got me, actually, because this is literally what I do as the growth faster. Right.
Okay.
For my entire career, I think my entire existence is, as far as I can remember, you
Yeah.
put me in the space with people, and I, for some reason, hear something that they're saying, that when I say it back to them, they like, you just gave me the words that I was struggling to find.
Mm.
And so it's not for me that I feel like I'm doing anything, to them,
Yeah.
but
No.
certainly in
Yeah.
the way,
Absolutely.
where I ask the questions. So certainly where I say, hey, but what about if you said it this way to that thing, right? Because
Yeah.
I could see you in this screen, sort of going, if there's this one thing comes through,
Yeah.
right? And so
Yeah.
sometimes that one thing we think is a deal, but it's actually
No.
not that deal.
Yeah.
It's actually what that deal may confirm for us, which is, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
And we all have ecosystems that we've got to sort of furnish, right? That we've
Yeah.
got sort of happen. And
100%.
so I clearly made this bet knowing that I still need to make tuition payments, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
there was a lead up to the point of, once I made the decision of I got to do it, then the strategy became, well, how do I figure out how to get these numbers to line up so that when I walk, I got myself a runway.
That's right.
And that runway was on my own terms, in the sense I didn't have to go out and ask anybody for anything.
Yeah,
And
and
so
that's pretty
that's
much
what,
been the story. Like it's just
yeah,
the things that you know how when you start off with things you're seeking out, and when you said that as far as the opportunities, I had to go and create them for
that's right.
myself. So it's like when you know that you have it in you. Huh,
That's right. That's right.
I
Now,
you know
now,
I'm
now let's get into the other part of that, which
yeah,
is, it's not so much, it is that you got it in you, but it is also, yeah, y'all told me to do it this way. Y'all said it could be done this way. And
right.
when I did it down these paths, these doors then open.
That's
Well,
right.
if y'all ain't gonna open the door and I follow y'all instructions, I might as well bust the door down my
Right. Like grab something. We about to push through.
and it's definitely about to be all me, because you already told me that this design don't work. Well, I might as well come through with the custom fit.
That's right. That's right. Now, I'm interested, because look, we would have a whole session. This would be the whole show, but I'm interested in like your earlier days, in your journey, kind of leading up to becoming the Growfessor. Can you kind of talk about the early days of your life and what kind of pushed you to where you are today?
Look, I think everything to that question, which
Mhm.
is sort of the earlier days.
Yeah,
And if I think about sort of unscripting, right, which is this book I just wrote.
that's right.
And
We
if I
get
go
into that
back,
too.
and if I go, well, and this story ties into that first set of scripts I was given,
Yeah.
right? And so if I think about the first sets of scripts, I think about my grandmother
That's
being
right.
molested by her uncle,
Oh my
and
God.
keeping the baby and having my mom. And
Mhm.
my grandmother, in trying to provide for my mom, having a job, leaves my mom with some folks who then do the same thing to her. And
Right.
so my mom has me as a teen mom, not
Okay.
out of that scenario, but as a teen. Now I'm just out there, right? There's no mental health. So whatever happened to her, right? There's no necessarily support there.
Yeah.
Saying that to say, when she gets pregnant with me at 16, she still says, well, I don't got this, but I'm keeping him.
Yeah.
right? And so that thing that you talked about, that thing in you that you got, man, this thing that's in me was birthed because some folks could have made some decisions and say, yeah, I was put in some scenarios that probably wasn't fair to me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And for them to say, I got to continue to push forward. So my first 7 years of life in Chicago was with homelessness. My mom was 16, moved around different places, never in her own place, never that sort of consistency. And so when I think about those scripts,
Mm-hmm.
there's a part of me that look at my mom, my grandmother, and when folks say stuff about successful moms and all this other stuff, I'd be like, they don't want makeup, don't do none of that stuff. That's success to me, right? And so then the definition of what it means is, well, you can not go to college and be successful in terms of what you do and how you show up in your love. And so I think that there's some pieces that are rooted in me
That's right.
that are fundamentally from that space of what they went through and
Mm-hmm.
how they chose to protect themselves and how that subsequently sort of was passed to me because now they needed to protect me from stuff they had gone through, right? And sort of in that
Yeah.
space. And so when you think about what that looks like,
Mm-hmm.
when you're homeless, one of the things I saw is people always, at some point, now there may be some things that I didn't know as a kid, but I
Okay.
saw people opening their doors. Whether or not they were opening their doors for some contingencies for my mom may have been reason why we had to continue to move. Right? Hey, I thought she was helping us, but I'm not
Yeah.
signing up for this. Right?
Yeah.
Again, as a kid, I don't fully know all those details, but I continuously saw people stepping up to say, "Here's the best I can do to help."
Mm.
So that for me has always been a part of me wherever I'm at. If this is what I can do to advance this or help this person, just like this conversation you and I had, I would have this with you on the street if we was just on the bus and
Yeah.
you just said something. I would just
We're magnetic.
right.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a part of that experience that for me shows up now in a sense of when I see those gaps of unmet needs.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I kind of go is, how in the hell can I do something? What can I do?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I feel like there's this sense of somebody who did the same thing for my mom and me, right, and my brothers, right, in the scenario that we had. Now, at age 7, I get moved to Arkansas to live with my grandparents, and now I got a stable house. But the dysfunction at this point is even magnified, right? Because now I'm in the throes of everything, right? And so
Right.
I think in terms of that childhood, one of the things I would say and be unequivocal about this is that the way my family shows up and showed up for
Yeah.
love, like the way we ride for each other,
Yeah.
right, is something that I tell folks, even when I didn't love myself, it wasn't because my family didn't love me.
Mm-hmm.
It was because they didn't even know how to take care of themselves, right? To give me that sense of this is what it's like to take care of yourself, right? And
That's right.
so I think when you talk about early on and how do we get here, there's all these scripts that was given along the way,
That's right.
right? Scripts from a family from my grandmother and her siblings, nobody graduated high school, right? From my mom and her siblings, I think maybe only half of that group graduated high school.
Yeah.
Nobody graduated college in that group, right? And so so there's some things that I started to see, and then I had to ask myself, was this my path? Was that their path? And what
Mm-hmm.
did I want to do?
And what was
Right?
separate? Yeah.
That's right. What was completely mine to decide to do, and I think deciding to go to college was mine. I think
Yeah.
early on I knew nobody could pay for, and so I was like, well, this has got to get figured out, right? So that
Right.
became the
You find a way.
oh, that's right. This way y'all say the money is okay. Well, let's submit this application over here, right? And so I think that there's a space of it was not a sense of, and I guess it goes back to sort of the beginning. I don't think my mama had a sense of we were going to be actually ever sleep outside.
Okay.
I think she always said, "I'm gonna figure out how to find somewhere for my babies to sleep." I don't
Mm-hmm.
have the memory of being outside. I just have the memory of being in a bunch of different random places, never necessarily outside.
Yeah.
And so pulling this through, and I'll give this some room to breathe here, is that for me, coming out of the scenarios that I was born in, low
Mm-hmm.
socioeconomic, the poverty, right, low education, the who's who of everything, the drug abuse, all of that.
Yeah.
With all of that being right at the front door, I still decided that, well, I can walk out this door and still decide to go wherever I want to go.
Yes.
Right. And I think
Yes.
that was the thing. I was not limited by what was happening in the house. And I think my family never gave us that sense that you had to be, because my grandmother had this just basic philosophy of, well, when you grown, you can get out the house, you can stay, but you grown, which means if you stay here, I got expectations of grown folks. If
That's
you want
right.
to do it your way, you need to go where grown folks can do that thing at. And
You
so
look, in black households, you got to follow house rules. Okay. House rules.
and that goes to spades, dominoes, Uno,
Everything.
Monopoly, all of it. House rules is top of the game. So that early life was certainly with all the challenges that obviously we understand with being black and
That's
having black humanity recognized as sovereign, as free, right? I think with all of that. So I think about my mom in 1977, being a month after she turned 17, trying to navigate Chicago without some of the stuff that we got now
Oh,
for single moms, right?
yeah. Because it's still rough now, if we can be honest.
That's
But
that's absolutely right.
we work and we deal. We deal with what we have to.
That's
We
right. But
do.
at least there's and I won't even say at least that to some degree, and if you've got a phone, you can at least search for the resources.
Yeah.
That wasn't even an option, right? So finding the resources wasn't even it wasn't even the fact that you just didn't have access to it. You didn't know what to look up. Your parents didn't even know what to look up or who
Yeah.
to call, right? So
That's
like
right.
that whole starting point in that era was you needed to have been going to the right church or somehow connected to the right folks for you to be able to have access.
That's
And
right.
that's not access if it's so dependent on me being on the right street at the right time. That's not access at all.
It's not. It's not. Ooh, come on, that look. But that's a thesis. That's someone's thesis. And I love that. I love now. Look, the name. So I love whenever my guests come on the show, Nyerere, and they have these really, really awesome names. So it's just like, I didn't even recognize. I was telling them before I brought you on that when I was standing in front of your table, we were just talking, and you had stepped away at that point. And when I turned around and looked, I said, "The professor." What? So can you give us a little bit of a tidbit before we go into the book about your name and how just how you chose that for your just everything that you're doing now?
Yeah, I think it's a couple things. One, I think as a leader of people. So
Mhm.
in my corporate career, I've done it for about 25 years.
Okay.
Always led teams. I was always the person you went to if you wanted to grow in your career. Even now, if you want to grow in your career, like, well, I need to call Nair. And people would say, oh, you need to talk to Nair. If you have a conversation with Nair, you're going to have some
Yeah.
clarity when you finish. My friends, my brother-in-law, a lot of them call me the professor because I'm always reading. Last year, I probably cleared 140 books, with about 40 of those books hard copy.
Okay.
Because I travel, I do a lot of digital. It's kind of hard to travel with a bunch of books now, and I don't like to run. I don't like to
Yeah.
be without a book.
Yeah.
So me adopting sort of digital assets and picking that up, it just allows me to just continue to read. And when I say I read a whole gamut,
Yeah.
from Kingpin to deep dive in some religion to a
Yeah.
book on animal speaks. It's just
It's all. I love that. It's like our music taste. It's all over the place, and we
it's
love
all
it.
over. That's right. Depending on what somebody may recommend a book, like, what, I want to check that out. So now it's in my collection, right? And so
Yes.
now I got that. And so I was on a flight to Southeast Asia with my wife, and so I was on the plane, and at this point I just met with Sarita, and I need to come up with a name. I'm ready to figure out how to
Yeah.
go and put all my paperwork in, but I don't got a name. So we literally at that spot.
Yeah.
And nothing was even resonating. And so I'm on the plane and I'm like, man, what if I did the Growfessor? And the moment it said that, it just clicked.
It all fell into
Um,
place.
it all fell into place because
That's right.
even now it feels so fitting that
Yeah.
even in the corporate space, I used to call myself a people strategist. But literally, you could put the Growfessor in my entire career, and
Yeah.
it literally the same. I mean, the rubric is still there. So that's why in this space of writing the book, but also in this space of walking away, the things that I'm doing are things that I was doing not core to my actual job. My
Mm.
job running portfolio program management was about the research and development budget.
That's right.
What are we betting on? Right? What's the return on that investment? What resources do we need? What's our governance decision making? But for me, all of that's centered around people. So I brought in the middle of that, well, guys, if we want this, we just need to get people who, and they're like, no, guys, if we get the folks to do, I'm the same way about accountability. I don't need accountability in some spreadsheet or some document. If you tell me that my team is supposed to do X, Y, and Z,
that's right.
well, if you're holding me accountable for that, well, then accountability is built into what I need from them.
Yeah,
but
like
that's
we're
not
good.
how it
Like
works.
we're good over here, you know.
But you know, that's not how it works, because for me, I'm like, I don't have the room to be insubordinate. The other folks, as we know in corporate spaces, they can push back on things where I couldn't push back. And so then I had to develop my own language around, well, I'm not getting in that fight, because the fight I do want to have is about people and how people learn and grow.
That's right.
And so one of the things that, for instance, just sort of think about the growth
Mm-hmm.
and the professor part of it, is that for me, learning is on a continuum. And so this notion that, oh man, it was such a struggle. We act like struggle is a negative thing because it has such a negative connotation on it in that space.
That's right.
But the actual struggle is basic growth. If the journey is 1,000 steps, look, I don't know if step 2 is going to be the hardest or step 4.
That's right.
But I'm not skipping 3, 4, and 5 to get there.
That's right.
And so if 3 takes me a little bit longer for me to get the right seasoning before I go to 5,
that's okay.
And we can't look at it as a bad thing. But we will look at it, man, it was such a struggle, man. Well, that actual work that you put in to overcome those challenges, to think about the things that you didn't get right the first time and go, oh, you know what? Oh, I was supposed to step with my left foot. Okay, now let me do my left. Yes, it is okay to not get it right the first time. That's why we don't like struggle, because people assume that, well, I told you once, that means you automatically got it. Well, I guess you got to build the behavior. And that takes time. That takes practice. That takes awareness and recognition, meaning, oh, I was supposed to go left and I went right. You know what? Next time, if I see this sign, I know that's my trigger to go left.
Go the opposite way.
Now if I do this enough, it's gonna be second. And we look at that process and we frown about that. And so one of the things I've always done in my corporate space was to take that away from folks and say, dude, you did this for the first time. You was not supposed to go in there and just whiz everybody out.
Yeah, like give yourself some grace.
That's absolute. But we don't give ourselves grace because the grading scale is not graceful.
Look, another thesis. Look. No, you are saying some things I think that for my listeners that I just know that it's going to resonate, because at some point, even if they're working a 9 to 5 or they're an entrepreneur or a corporatepreneur like myself, you have been at that crossroads where you feel that, you know. And I want to really, because you've got some exciting things, and I was telling you before I logged on with everyone that I was sad I couldn't make it out to your event for your book signing. So I do want to talk about your new book, Unscripting. Can we jump into it? You on the press run for it. We gotta talk about it. It's a powerful title, let me tell you that. And
look, intentional too.
Very much, yes. And I would love to know just the journey of just kind of like choosing that particular title, and what does it mean to unscript yourself from your point of view?
Yeah, I think if we think about what we've already shared, which is the upbringing I had while I was given those scripts, right? I was also given the scripts of, well, if you go to college and you do all of this stuff, right? Or you know, hey, you shouldn't get tattoos, you shouldn't get locks, right? Don't get no earrings, because all of those things are going to disqualify you from getting a job. When you get the job and you get in that room and you go, the hell?
Right. This is what was the disqualification process. I'm seeing a lot more things that could be disqualified tonight.
100%. You going, that whole 5 minutes of them talking should have disqualified them. And then at that point it was like, and so unscripting is, for all of us, we're actually struggling under the weight of something that somebody else gave us and that we're trying to carry it without even questioning whether or not it serves us. Now, part of this is rooted in the fact of who gave it to you and the context in which they gave it to you. So, for instance, and I'll talk about this in the book. My grandparents gave me the discipline of, oh, go get that switch. Oh, we about to get active, right?
And don't come in here playing with no little thin one either.
because then I'm gonna go out there and show you what a switch looks like, and then you ain't gonna like that, right? And so I walked through the last time it wasn't the last time I touched I disciplined my kids physically. That was much earlier. But this was another time that happened since that last time. So I don't know. It could have been even a year or so, even longer. But it was in this instance. I walked through the door, picking him up, flew into town. So I walked through the door.
Yeah.
I see my son falling out in the hallway, like on the floor, cut like the most cut.
Like I'm overstimulated and I'm about to go off.
My mind had, and so what I talk about is my mind had already went off. Is that as soon as I get you up out of here, oh, it's about to be some smoke in the city, about to be some furniture moving because this. Now, here's the thing. I felt embarrassed.
Yeah.
When it wasn't my action.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was his action. So how do I let him sit in the embarrassment of what he did so that he sees, wait, this what your mom and daddy saw about you right here. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's that pause that you that I'm sure, and a lot of the times we don't stop and take that pause. I have to check myself on that too, where I'm like, hey, I'm about to act in a way or respond in a way that's not my true frequency of how I like to do things. But here I am. I'm at this crossroads on, do I act this way or not? How do I respond?
That's right. And when we don't unscript, we go with the default response, which means we never check it, we never challenge it. We say this is what I've always done.
Yeah.
And what I've always done, and what I always know, without asking the question of who gave it to me, does it still serve me today, is an unfair space to put yourself in, because now you're blindly rocking with something that you think is tried and true, yet you haven't questioned it. Yet you haven't questioned it at all. And so me discipline my grandma disciplined us. And then if somebody asks, well, how did you turn out? It's a mixed bag.
Right.
Some folks are right. Some folks
catch me on Saturday. I might feel a little bit better.
That's absolutely right. And so there's a space where you go. But what I realized in that moment was it was this whole exercise that was happening mentally.
Yeah.
But what I realized before that is that I felt it in my body.
That's right. That's right.
In my body, it didn't feel right. My reaction did not. It was like, wait a minute, why are you having these thoughts?
Yeah.
And I think as that space, you start to pull in, and in unscripting, that was a moment that I knew I needed to unscript. And in unscripting that, the thing that I had to let go of was the fact that this woman who I loved, who raised me, my grandmother, she gave it to me. If the person who loved you gave it to you, it makes it challenging for you to walk away with it without some sense of feeling like I'm throwing away the relationship or I'm calling out the relationship in a way that says something's different about this, which in fact, none of that is true. There's zero change in my love, admiration, and respect for my grandma.
That's right.
I need to realize there's some things that she did that ain't mine.
Right. You like this. That's not me. That is not me. That doesn't belong to me.
Some stuff was easy. For instance, my grandmother drank a fifth of E&J and a 40 ounce of Bud every day, right? It was in that era of drinking.
Okay.
That was never something I was signing up for. Now I've done binge drinking with my friends in college, and we kicked it and pregame and game plan and all of that.
Please, no Hennessy's, no EJs.
but not every day like clockwork, right? But that was that mindset. They went to work, they came home, they drank, they sat on their porch, and they just chilled. I knew that wasn't me, but I do want to sit on the porch and talk. That part. So right there's parts where I'm going. So in
Yeah.
unscripting, and the reason why it's an active tense of ing is because it can never be over with.
Mm.
It is
Mm.
always an active state. For instance, there's stuff that we did in our 20s that if some kids ask us about, hey, what would you do in your 20s? We got to be like, wait a minute, no, I can't tell them that. No, I can't tell them that part. Right?
Yeah.
That's right. There's a little bit of sort of editing that we're doing,
Yeah.
but then we still may say to them, hey man, you better get it in your 20s because you can't get it back. Like blah blah blah.
Right.
Like I don't do this, but I need you to make sure you get it in, sort of in that sense.
That's right.
But I think what we're not saying to them in a way that I think if we said it differently, which would be the time for you to be you is every day.
Every day. That's right.
And so the time for you to be you means you got to let go of something that somebody else gave you. One of your parents, your siblings, the house you grew up in, the community you grew up in, all of these things. We've got to be asking the question is based on what I know now, based on my lived experience, how does this work for me right now?
Yeah.
And does this work in a way that I can give it to my kid? No. That part's not gonna
Gotta
work for me,
go.
right? And that's right. And so like for instance, I don't know if you have kids, but I tell my kids we couldn't have hung out together. I was yeah. Your
My
parents
dad
being
says that
me.
to me all the time. He's like, he would not. Oh my god! When I tell you, Nyerere, my dad didn't have a drink with me until I was almost 30. Okay. I'll be 38 this year. So that just lets you know he really did not play. He stuck to that principle for a long time.
Same thing. My mama is 17 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
My mama still feels some kind of way that I will not go clubbing with my mama. Mama, no, I don't care how old this get,
We
buddy.
can't do that.
Now we're going to somebody's 50th, somebody's 75th. I can do that all day with you. But us going out, like even when the family go out, mama going, oh yeah, guys, this is just it. Because one,
this is not
I
my
don't
thing
want to
anymore.
I don't want to see my mama's version of I'm out kicking. Mama, do your thing now, because I'm gonna feel some kind of way. I might even call one of my brothers. Now the whole thing is sideways.
We don't need those problems.
We don't need, and mama,
that.
you don't even want these problems of having me there with you, right? So to your point, there's a space where you kind of go, this is a little bit different, right? And unscripting is asking yourself on a continuum, what's different about me? Does these things I believe, do they still resonate in a way that I can move these things forward? Most importantly, throughout all of this, I talk about this oxygen mask.
Okay.
And so in your corporate entrepreneur space, the oxygen mask is also fit for you. Because what I say to folks in this oxygen mask on, you hear it on the plane all the time, right? In case of turbulence, put your own oxygen mask on before you help somebody else.
Correct.
We don't put our own oxygen mask on before we help somebody else.
Please stop. I'm done. I can't because you are y'all pass this is played around right now for the professor. Please.
This is a script we've got to pull back.
Yeah.
And so, like for instance, if I talk about this bet that I made on myself while my kids are in college and doing that, this is my dream, and this is the evolution of my dream.
That's right.
I can't stop being and evolving as me and putting it on the back burner so I can be a parent. If I do that, I'm not putting my own oxygen mask on first, and I'm certainly not putting them by example of you're going to be you no matter how many kids you have. You still need to dream. You still need to figure out whatever this thing is for you so that you're not sitting around. And we know folks like this, man, if I hadn't had this kid, I wouldn't have done this. If I hadn't have done this, I would have done this. Putting all of those excuses external to yourself when you own the opportunity to say, even though I have this is adjacent to this, I am still me. That's right. I am first and foremost me before my husband, before my father, right? I was existing before any of those. And so in putting your own oxygen mask on first, it is a reminder that has to be first. And so what I say to folks, and this is what I was saying to you in terms of those two, I know you're ready to excel, to be like, my calendar only looks like MzMetchi calendar. Meaning nobody can put it on my calendar without me. And if I take it off, I just took it off.
Come on now.
So that part of that oxygen mask on, there's a part of when you're wearing the two hats, What I say to folks is, you got to put the oxygen mask on to be the same person in both, meaning the trueness of yourself to you. And
That's right.
so in my TED talk on deconditioning, I position that everybody's sole purpose in life is to enjoy the existence of you being you for you. If you don't do that, what the hell? It's this notion
I mean,
of
who are you doing it for? You know?
that's well, some folks say I'm doing it for my spouse, I'm doing it for my kids. Wait a minute. Somebody
Yeah.
tell me I'm supposed to work 60 years and die and leave y'all some stuff. I'm taking
No.
every flight. I'm
Yeah.
taking every
It's like
free
it's got to
trip.
be some
Right?
fulfillment for me too. Yeah.
Thousand, thousand,
First.
not two. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
As
First.
a function of putting my oxygen mask on,
Yeah.
meaning I am doing this because this makes me breathe as me.
That's right.
That is undefeated in terms of us being able to receive ourselves, see ourselves, and accept ourselves as ourselves. But
That's right.
even as early on, the first thing we tell our kids to do, you got to share your stuff. And I tell my kids, no, if
Yeah.
somebody comes over and their kids are there, you are going to have to be clear. Are you sharing or are you not sharing?
That's right.
Because once you decide to share, what you're not about to do is pick and choose that now that somebody got it, you want to do it. That's not
Yeah.
how this works.
Yeah.
Once you share, you're telling everybody, hey, you can pick one of these, and if you pick it first, you get a chance to play with it, meaning I have to wait. Now, on the other hand, I say to my kids that if you don't want to share, you shouldn't feel no kind of ways about saying I don't want to share, and it is
Yeah.
A-okay.
That's right. That's okay.
But we don't give folks that. We convince folks why they should share. Oh no, you should share so you be. No,
Don't be
you're a good person
selfish.
even if you don't share.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Now,
So when we talk about unscripting, this is why it's an ing. That's why it's a tense to it, right? Because
it's
I want people to
continuous.
understand that it is an active state of being, doing. Because in being yourself, you get new data points every day, and you've got to assess those new data, that new experience that you have. Hey, did I like this? Ah, you know what? Nah, I wasn't
Yeah.
really
Like, let's
feeling
do
this.
this. That's right.
Yeah. Or you know what? I totally would do that again. This is everything this is beyond what I was thinking it
Right.
was going to be, but I would totally do it again in a heartbeat. Well, that right there is when harmonic resonance happens. It's easy.
Yeah. 100%.
We don't want to do the work when we have to sort of find where the harmonic resonance is. And harmonic resonance does require us to investigate so that we know for ourselves, do I like it? Am I doing it for me? Am
Yeah.
I doing it just to put on? Am I doing it just so other folks can like me? Am I doing this for me or am I doing this for external validation?
Yeah.
Because I shouldn't be seeking external validation until I can internally validate myself. Because otherwise, the external validation is going to be my leader.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm going to be chasing.
Whew, you know, you speak a lot in your work about transformation, and I think this kind of ties into, I want to put David's question up here, but he asks, what do you feel like the world is missing right now? But I want to add a little bit, dealing with helping with people with their growth and everything. I'm sure that you've talked to a lot of people, you've seen a lot of things. So can you kind of give us a little bit of some feedback on what you see that, like, with the people that you work with, that they think is growth, but it actually is not?
Oh, some folks gonna feel some kind of way about this.
Look, do I need to take a sip?
I vision boards.
Really?
If your vision board does not have an unscripting assessment, an internal assessment, so that you know what it is you're doing and why.
Yes.
Let me position this on the other side so that sort of flows up here. One of the things that I actually try not to talk about a lot is goals. Vision boards, to me, talk a lot about goals, things I want to accomplish.
Okay.
When we get there, what's next?
To those,
another goal. When I get to this goal, I'm gonna get another goal. When I get to that goal, I'm gonna get another goal. When I get to this goal, I'm gonna get another goal. So it's not so much as it's vision boards and it's goals, but it's this P word of productivity. We feel like productivity is that thing that's demonstrating that I'm growing. Look, if you go and you cut the same grass with the same lawnmower, every week consistently.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure what growth you think you're sort of accomplishing in that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Nothing's pretty much changed. Same lawnmower, same yard.
Same
You haven't
script.
even stretched. You haven't even stretched yourself.
That's
You
right.
haven't even challenged the script to say, what would this look like outside of that?
That's right.
Now, if your vision board is challenging you to come inside to ask yourself some questions,
Yeah.
and if you can look at your vision board and say, I'm not chasing external things, I am chasing the evolution of me, which is I now got to do this work, which I call excavation, which is when you go inside and you start to go, does this thing serve me? What about this?
Yeah.
Is that a script? Is it not?
Yeah.
And so, to that end, the thing that we're missing the most
Mm-hmm.
is we're not given tools of how to go inside ourselves to unbury ourselves. And so when I talk about these scripts, we like to think that folks are broken, and folks are not broken.
Yeah.
They're just buried. They're buried under the weight of somebody else's expectations, society, religion. I'm going to say it this way. There would be no such thing as the expression of somebody coming out of the closet if we didn't send them in the closet so that they can just feel like they themselves. If we stop sending folks in the closet, there ain't no closet. And there ain't nothing to come out of.
Y'all better get the collection plate going in the comments, okay? Immediately. Now, look, I'm personally, I want to get my copy of your book because I like the support. I love to read as well. But I want my listeners to hear from you personally when they get a copy of the book. Because see, we support over here, okay? Now we support. When we read your book, what do you want us overall to walk away with once we hit that last page?
Look, I think in unscripting, what you all are going to see is you guys are going to get my experience.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't something that's just theoretically out there. I'm walking through my experience, and since I've been on my own therapy journey, and so this went from me not loving myself and not recognizing to having the symptoms of anxiety, but not feeling comfortable with the definition of the word anxiety because I didn't think it matched what I was sort of going through.
Yeah.
Getting a therapist, unpacking that, and still going, wait, something's not there.
Yeah.
And it was the scripts. And when I started unpacking that, and so I sort of built this on my own in sort of this space. And so it's not so much as what I want people to sort of come out of that film. I wrote this book with the intent for folks to step in to see if they witness me speaking or they hear how I talk, that they can see the path of me getting there. This book in these first 5 essays. Now there are 20 essays
total
already ready. No, 25. There are 20 more ready. This is only 5.
Look, because you
right?
know my next thing was going to be like what's next and what's coming up. So we got to get ready for the release.
So the essays are there.
Yeah.
But in terms of what I want folks to walk away with this sense of, am I following a script that I have not checked? If folks grab this book and they decide to ask themselves a question, there's nothing else I want. Now I know in the space of sort of platform and all of this stuff, you want the reviews and all of that.
Yeah.
Somebody asked the question is what do I think the world's missing?
Yeah.
I think
the
world is, I think the world is missing right now the ability for each of us to actually go in and check our own self-awareness. We love to check our self-awareness externally in comparison to somebody else.
Yeah.
But we are not asking ourselves, is the people that I'm supporting actually demonstrating the things that I believe in? Meaning I can't vote for somebody who harms kids knowing how I feel about folks who harm kids.
Yeah.
For folks to put that aside to say, well, I'm voting for this other thing, that isn't in alignment with ourselves.
That's right.
And so there's this
Not
part of what and there's a part of this that's happening, which if we think about this on the whole, the script that white people need to go back and explore
Okay.
is they need to be able to look back in their lineage, and they need to be able to come to terms with some facts that the people that they love, the people who have positioned them to have whatever they have now,
Yeah.
right? The obviously the family still, right? The legacy, right? So that there's a natural reason why. Look, there's some people who love Trump because who he's been to them that doesn't match what we see, and we got to be able to sort of see that.
Yeah.
Now, on the whole, for whatever, however bad I think he is, there is somebody who looks at him as, well, this man has only shown me love. He's only shown me this.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to be able to see this and see all of this other stuff you did.
That's right.
And I got to be able to say, hey,
Something
you
not
was
right.
fine for that.
Yeah.
That's right. You was fine. They refuse to even acknowledge, which is what we just saw with the UN vote. This country said no. We have not healed from that in terms of white folks. Now, here's what's happening on the black people side that we haven't healed from. In a sense of, think about us coming off that first slave ship.
Yeah.
There was no support. Who did the first slaves go to cry to? Who did they go to lean on their shoulders with when you're separated, you're pushed out, you don't understand the language, you're being beat, brutalized anytime you do anything that they say you can't do.
That's right. That's right.
They survive compartmentalizing because that's how they had to survive. I think there's a part of our presence now that we have to go back, just like I said for white folks. We got to go back and we got to unlock some of this healing. This notion of I got to take it to my grave, right? No.
From both sides, you know.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. We gotta let this stuff out, because when we let it out, we can finally sit back and say, now, do we all agree that this is bad? Because right now, that's not a conversation we actually have. Make America Great says there are some periods in this country's history that we thought was great. There's not a single decade, single year that I'm ever going to subscribe to that and say, yeah, I think that was great.
No.
Even when black people say, oh, well, we had these little black neighborhoods and they was thriving.
Yeah.
They thrived under the consistent threat of KKK invasion every single day.
Every day.
Which is actually what happened to every single one of them. There was a KKK invasion, burning it all down. Right now, we're sort of here. In this space, until we as Americans say, to be an American, we got to look back at this time period and say, it wasn't us because we wasn't there.
Yeah.
But we are here because of that. And we've got to acknowledge with there can be no hesitation.
That's right.
That was an awful period in time in this country's history. It is a stain on this country's history. And until we acknowledge that, it's going to be difficult for us to move forward, because we are not moving forward with the same perspective. They are looking at it as making America great. And we're you're sending us back to slavery, which means we're talking
two different parallels. Very much
there's no way you can move forward with that. And so one of the things I do in my 4 Seeds of Cultivation, I talk about open exchange. We're missing an open exchange conversation, even on the conversation of race in this country. And one of the reasons why we're going to do it, because they're going to feel guilty. And the reason why they're going to feel guilty,
they got to avoid the guilt.
And the way you avoid the guilt is to go back and look and say, was this fact or fiction? Did my folks own slaves? Yes or no? Okay, they own slaves. Did they brutalize slaves? Even though I wasn't there, I got to recognize that, yes, they did. And I got to be able to say, you know what? I understand that they did this. But and whatever rightness that they thought about it, it was certainly not my actions. Now, one of the things I can do is, how am I going to move forward going, I don't ever want to see me or my country in this space again? Well, we show up differently for that. In this case, we're showing up in different directions, because there are some folks who want all white again, and there are some folks who are saying you can't put that lid back on there.
That's right. Not at all. Not at all. Look, we're gonna have to set up a panel discussion. We got some things that we have to talk about. But look, before you leave me tonight, are there some events or things coming up? We know we got to get the book. We have to get unscripting. But are there some other ways that my listeners can support you tonight before we log off this evening?
Well, look, I think the simplest thing is follow me on Instagram, Threads, engage with me.
Yes.
Not just buy the book, but share it with somebody.
Yeah.
But then, if you want to see me in person, I'm going to be at the Social Wealth Fest at 1140 Lamont Avenue
Okay.
tomorrow from 5 to 9. Then we're all day on Saturday. And on all day Saturday, I think we're going from 9 to 3.
Okay.
And so I'll be in person. So I'm outside this weekend pushing the
That's
book. So
exciting.
when you talk about being on that tour, I'm outside talking
Yes.
about my book every chance I get a chance to talk about it.
I love that. And I just, I thank you for coming on the Blueprint Live and just, having some time with me tonight to really talk about, your book. I'm so happy for you. And I'm really, really glad that we connected, and just know that you got our support now. So look, you in the Blueprint family. So we're going to be supporting you every step of the way. So thank you.
Well, speaking about support, on April 25th, I'm going to be in the building.
He comes to the LinkedIn Lit Brunch, y'all. So y'all get to meet the Girl Festa in person. Okay. Look, we getting that together in the interim.
Look, and I subscribe of arriving lit if I can't get lit inside the building. Now that's a what do we call it?
So we can't get lit in the building. I know what you mean, and
that's right. A 420
in the
sober.
local community, yes.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yes. Thank you so much again. And look, please don't be a stranger. You got to come back because, clearly you got some heat you're going to be dropping on us. And I would love for you to, come back and let us know what's going on so that we can continue to support you.
Look, not only that, I do need my own time to just sit down with you and just chop it up, because I feel like we got just a lot of stuff to talk about.
Because
we ain't on no rush of time.
I really want to log off and be like, hey, y'all, the Girl Festa is about to help me. I'm going to holler at you guys. And we need a few moments. But yeah, no, I would love to talk, because I tell you what, growth is something that's important, and we want to. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm always looking to take it to the next level and to be the best version of myself. So I'm looking forward to it. So look, I'm gonna have to get on your link and go ahead and schedule my consult.
Well, look, when you want to connect, I'm gonna give you a link that's not a consult one. I'm gonna give you one that is just directly to me from my calendar. It's gonna have way more access than you will see in some of the other spaces. Okay. But when you want that, let me know, and whenever you use it, we're gonna connect.
I love it. Well, I will talk to you soon, and we're definitely gonna be supporting. And I got to get on the link so I can get my copy. So I got you.
Look, let's do it. I appreciate this invite. And this was super fun. Well, first of all, the pre-chat was fun, so I knew this was gonna be fun. Even
Absolutely.
Look. So
you enjoy.
if you are joining this show as a guest in the future, and it tells you to join in at the 20 mark, so mine was at the 45, so I had to join the little 20 minutes early. Please do join that, because it's gonna be some fun, like just to get to know you part, like a lot of particulars. So that way, when she say, "Hey, give you the thumbs up," when the thumbs up go, you are off and rolling. So everything,
let them know that we need the pre-show.
Everything that you described about that, it was absolutely true. So I just want to let you know that you hit a home run on that. So this is everything that you set the expectation for, and I'm grateful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Come on back and see me, okay?
All right, indeed. Thanks, MzMetchi.
Right. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye. Bye.
I told y'all I was coming with the heat for this episode. We coming back. Now, look, I'm going to keep the Grow Festa's information up, scrolling here at the bottom. We have to take a really quick break. And when we come back, we're hopping straight into the Hate It and Love It. So we'll be right back after this break.
This ain't your average event. It's an experience. Join us April 25th. It's going down for the LinkedIn Lit Brunch Spring and Summer Edition 2026, where real connections and real conversations and real opportunities are happening. Come and enjoy the food, vendors, spirits, as well as the entertainment by our very own DJ MH in the heart of downtown on Michigan Avenue. Definitely would love to see you. Get those tickets at thebpmediaco.com. Okay. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. All right, y'all, it's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Look, y'all, it's Thursday. Now, I kept the information up. You all, I'm going to let that scroll for a little bit. So y'all make sure that y'all follow the Growfessor. Okay, he is outside, and y'all make sure that y'all get his book, Unscripting. Okay, you all want to read those essays that are in there. I know I'll be getting my copy, so let's show him some love the Blueprint Live way and make sure that we support. Hopping into tonight's Hate It and Love It. So I'll be honest, it's not really a lot that I'm hating at this particular point. Y'all know the last week when I was on here, I was going off. It was Women's History Month. And I just, at that time, y'all was fired up. I'm like, but this week it's a little bit calmer. So look, y'all, we have 23 days until the Linked and Lit brunch. Love it. Okay, it's a love it for me. I am. Let me take a sip, child. Now, when I had the first one specifically, I was super overwhelmed and just nervous. And I'm loving the fact that this third time around that I am just a little bit calmer. I'm moving with a little bit more intention. The promotions has been off the chain. I love that, I've been taking the time. I told myself when I got to day 25 that I wanted to start highlighting everyone that's working with me, because understand this, I am, of course, the curator for the Linked and Lit brunch, and I execute a lot of things as far as putting everything together. But it is absolutely the community of businesses, the entrepreneurs, people that come and put on the activations, our sponsors. They are the ones that help to make the magic happen in the room. So I'm just super excited for it. I'm really happy to host you all again. I hope that for those that will be joining for the first time, both as vendors, sponsors, attendees, I just hope that you all know that it's a labor of love for me. The Linked and Lit brunch has kept me up at night, y'all. The Linked and Lit has had me lifting stuff and filming and doing all types of things just to get it done. So I'm super excited for that. Another love it that I have is that, so the last time that I was on live that weekend, I was going to see Cardi B. Yeah, went to go and see her. That was a phenomenal concert. I had so much fun. Hey, cuz, how you doing? What's up, Lynn? Hey. Man, Aunt Tracy, I saw your comment. She said, "Hey, beautiful and phenomenal woman with so much style, poise, while being covered with God's grace and mercy." Thank you, girl. Hey, beautiful. Yeah, Cardi B's concert was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I had told you all that I was excited about seeing her shake it. She is just, oh my goodness, that thing was just thanging on stage. I'm like, Cardi B, girl, she was just doing it up. I'm so happy for her. Yeah. Now I'll tell you this, and if I don't know if my husband is on this live tonight, but it's been a lot of things going on with the rap girlies in the industry, and I had unknowingly got a little bit fired up. But I'm gonna say this: I hated it, and I ain't talking about nobody because I'm not shaming nobody, but I was mad at Lotto. I'm mad at Lotto, y'all. The rapper, the raptress. I'm upset at her. I liked her video. She looks radiant. She's pregnant. With who is rumored to be 21 Savage's that's who she's with. And I tell you what, my hated it is that people get pregnant and do real permanent things with people that they can't even claim publicly. We got to stop doing that. Lotto, I'm mad at you. I'm mad. I'm not even mad at Lotto. I am mad at her PR team. Because how did y'all just bust out and let this girl just come out? She just a few months ago was telling us she had the 500. I won't finish that verse because it's a little raunchy. But she had that going on. And then all of a sudden we pop back on the scene as the baby. And all we see is a hand. I'll say this in the words of Portia. She just said it to me. It's like, we want to know the brand story. We want to know the story of what happened there. How did we get here? That's probably my hate of it. Now, it's funny that we were talking to the Professor tonight. I found myself on LinkedIn. You know, I always try to make sure that I'm staying up to date when it comes to my it's hot as hell, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I stay up to date when it comes to my, just career and just like, looking at the stats and the market. So I found myself kind of perusing for the job, for the position, even though I know my next position is going to be strictly just doing things for the blueprint. But, I'm a hustler and I like to get it. I don't mind going to work. Gives me time to meet people, okay, to network. But the job postings on LinkedIn that are that don't include a salary range, can y'all please stop doing that? I don't want to spend my time doing a long application or taking this job, because I do have other people that have reached out and they're like, hey, I'm looking for some different positions. Can you kind of scout some things that might be good? I have my criteria of how I do that. I've been able to help people get placed, not formally, in terms of like, this is what I do for a living, but just, word of mouth, just doing a little research. And a lot of these posts don't have the salary ranges listed. No one is wasting their time for you all to pay them pennies and nickels and dimes on the dollar. Please go to hell. Respectfully. Okay. So yeah, those are my hating and love it's for this week. I'm going to take a quick break. Now I told y'all, look, get your coupon. I've got mine. We got to get into tonight's What Would You Do? And this one, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. This one is, wait till y'all hear this one. That's all I gotta say. Wait until you hear this one. It's kind of wild. Get your drinks, put your lighters up, whatever it is you need to do right after this break.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. This ain't your average event. It's an experience. Join us April 25th. It's going down for the Link the Lit Brunch Spring and Summer Edition 2026, where real connections and real conversations and real opportunities are happening. Come and enjoy the food, vendors, spirits, as well as the entertainment by our very own DJ MzMetchi in the heart of downtown on Michigan Avenue. Definitely would love to see you. Get those tickets at thebpmediaco.com. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's time for tonight's What Would You Do? And baby, you're going to need your drink, so I'm going to take mine right now. Quick shot. Shout out to Coupon. Y'all already know. Shout out to our sponsor. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Okay. Y'all, this one is intense. Okay. I don't know what you all are going to think about this. Yes, Auntie Tracy, I had to get a little bit of the coupon, girl. So look, here's tonight. This was an anonymous submission. My mother spent the weekend with us. Last night, I had to go out to a friend's birthday celebration. When I left, my daughter and husband were in the den with my mom, who was watching a movie. She was on the love seat. They were on the sofa. When I got back, my daughter had been put to bed. My mother and husband were asleep on the sofa, lying together with her head resting on his chest. She was wearing pajamas, which were silk shorts and a short sleeve button up top. And he had on basketball shorts and a jersey. I woke them up and he came to bed with me. I asked him how they ended up like that, and he said that he didn't know. He was asleep. And he told me, don't start tripping. That's your mama. He went right back to sleep. It's been bothering me all day because they seem so comfortable with each other that she fell asleep in his arms. My mom is 63 and he is 44. She's still very physically fit, attractive, and my husband is quite attractive too. We've been together for 14 years, and this whole scene keeps playing in my head since I saw it. Should I push the issue or am I making too much out of nothing? What would you do? First off, sis, let me tell you this. As soon as I woke them up, it would have been some questions. How did y'all end up like this? What's going on? Is everybody okay in here? Is somebody sick? Is someone emotional? Are we having like a time right now? Like what's really good? What's really going on? That I've walked in and my husband and my own mother, my biological mother, they laid up. Should the issue be pushed? Yes. So this is the thing. I'm learning, and anyone that knows me knows that I've been moving into this place of just trying to establish better boundaries, and it's easier said than done. I'll say that. But with this particular, what would you do? You just walked in on your husband of 14 years laid up with your mom. They in pajamas. And you don't just end up on somebody's chest like that. Somebody moved with some intention. I would be talking to the mama. Why would you lay it up on my husband? Mama, are you okay? Mama, do you have a fever? Me personally, I'm pushing the issue. This, what would you do tonight? I'm pushing the issue. Why were y'all laid up like that? What's going on? Can we talk? Can we get our Tevin Campbell on? This is just completely inappropriate. And part of having those boundaries is being able to call out things that are a little bit uncomfortable. This one is kind of wild. You left and you came back and this is what you discovered. Conversation immediately. I'm not waiting and trying to process on my own. Why should I have to process that on my own? I've already gone out and enjoyed myself. I need to know what happened here. How did this happen? Why are y'all sitting so close in the first place? Now, let me go into Lynn's comment. Hey, because I'm like you, there would be questions at the time it occurred. No pondering this. Yeah, it would absolutely be some questions. Without a shadow of a doubt. There is no way that I would have even you maybe don't even come and lay in the bed with me, because what were y'all in here doing while I was gone? You're talking about don't start tripping. That's your mom. Hello? What's going on here? That's ridiculous. And to me, it comes off very much so as gaslighting. Like, you know that your wife walked into something that was completely inappropriate. She walked in on it and it was completely inappropriate. Why do you feel like that's okay? No. And don't mind me. I am actually getting prepared. I'm gonna go live on TikTok as well, so that the people can see everything that's going on. So y'all don't mind me. I'm just getting things prepared on here. What's up, y'all? What's up? So I'm really just trying to figure out with this particular what would you do? And look, I'm gonna catch the TikTok folks on, let them know what's happening here. But yeah, this what would you do tonight? I mean, this woman, she goes to a friend's birthday party, she comes home, she comes back, and all of a sudden, her mom is laid on her husband. She left and they were in regular clothes. The daughter was up, they were watching a movie, and now she comes home after a party and her husband and her mom are laid up. That's a little bit of a problem. So, for me, this what would you do? I'm absolutely pushing the issue. I'm pushing the issue. I'm saying something right then and there, because you should not have to walk around and be, like you're feeling away and your spirit is heavy because of what you walked into, and you feel like that you can't say anything. That's not right. That's not right at all. It's, that's a problem. So this situation, I'm pushing the issue. I'm not staying quiet at all. The first thing, I felt like she did the right thing in terms of, okay, let me talk to my husband first. That's your first point of contact. But as soon as you recognize that your husband was not going to, he had completely checked out, and he's basically like, I'm going to dismiss how you feel, screw what you're saying. At that particular point, now the conversation needs to move to, let's go ahead and talk to mom. Let's talk to mom. Let's figure out why this happened in the first place. Let's figure out what we're doing here. And I like what Lynn said. She said, checking indoor cameras also if available. And look, this is the thing. You have to wake them up. So one would like to think that if you have caught someone in an act like this, one would think that, okay, you know what? Let me keep my eye out on it. I would absolutely get the hidden cameras. I would. And I'm not a surveillance type of girl. I'm really not. I'm not at all. However, I do think that in this situation where you don't really know what's going on, and you're not going to genuinely get the response, you're not going to get the confirmation that you need in order to truly be able to kind of like navigate as far as in this space, I will put the cameras up. I don't think, and I mean, if you want to have sound, if you want to have audio, whatever it is that you want to have, you do you. But I would let the beat breathe, the beat breathe for a moment, right? I would allow that to happen and just monitor the situation. Because see, now this is the problem. Sometimes when we wait too long to say something, it seems very petty when you bring it up. It seems so petty when you bring it up. So in this situation, at least if you come back, you can have some type of ammo as far as that's concerned. So that would be my advice in this situation. You've let a little bit of time pass. You see that your husband was being very dismissive in terms of how you felt about the situation and the fact that it was completely inappropriate for them to be laid up with each other. Okay, peep that, take it in, do what you have to do. But then shortly thereafter, start getting some things in there so you can see what's going on. So despite of whoever says what or not doesn't say anything, you can gather some evidence and then come back and lay it all out like it's a RICO case. Lay it out. That is what I would do in this situation. If I were you, sis, with this, what would you do? You walk in, your husband of 14 years and your mom is laid up. She looked good, he looked good, they look good together. So much that they felt like they want to be close to each other on the couch and fall asleep in each other's arms. We got to stop ignoring our intuition. We have to stop ignoring it. We have to stop. If you feel something, it's coming up for a reason. It's coming up for a reason. Hey, y'all that's joining in on our TikTok live. Y'all share up the live. But yeah, I have that particular screen over here for those that are tuning in with us on our Facebook and YouTube. We trying to get it popping. Let's get it out there. Let's get it out there. But yeah, this what would you do? I'm voting for go ahead and start doing some surveillance here. Do what you have to do and get the answers that you need. Don't sit there and just don't do that to yourself. Nobody have time for that. That's what I have. You all let me know what you would do in the comments. I'm gonna take a quick break, and when I come back, we're gonna hop into tonight's What's Happening, What's Up.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. This ain't your average event. It's an experience. Join us April 25th. It's going down for the LinkedIn Lit Brunch Spring and Summer Edition 2026, where real connections and real conversations and real opportunities are happening. Come and enjoy the food, vendors, spirits, as well as the entertainment by our very own DJ MzMetchi in the heart of downtown on Michigan Avenue. Definitely would love to see you. Get those tickets at thebpmediaco.com. Okay, bye. Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Okay, we are back with tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. If you all enjoyed tonight's What Would You Do? Now, y'all remember the young lady. She was having some issues. She came home and found her mom and found her husband. They were laid up. I do want to know what y'all have to say in the comments, okay? Tamika, hey, Tamika. She said, yes, your intuition is everything. I know y'all remember Tamika. She was definitely one of my faves. Tamika, it's so good to see you. I'll thank you so much for tuning in tonight. What's going on? We got hey James, because I'm on TikTok too, y'all. So we are doing it here. Hey y'all, if y'all could drop some likes for me, I would appreciate it. Just a few while you in the building. Let me know that you are here. Okay, yes. Now look, tonight's What Would You Do? We got a few stories. I'm talking to my people out here tonight that are a little bit embarrassed by their old Gmail username that they had. Okay, you started your email and you are a crazy name and you want to change it and keep all of your emails and everything the same. Google is offering, Gmail. They are offering an opportunity for you to update that. So if you have a username or if you have something you're like, hey, I need to change this, I'm done. You now have the ability to do that. I will be sharing this story on the Blueprint Lives page because, we all have that email where it's just like, I need to walk away from this. Ooh, the ghetto. I can't do it. Like you started off and it's like Juicy Baby 115. Like it's like, baby, what? Why? Why would you do that? Yeah. Oh, Tamika said we need another episode, and we do. What do you mean? Of course. Let's definitely make that happen. I'd love to have you on. So if you are in need of changing your name, I'm going to share that article so that you all can get in tune with that. Now, moving along, look, y'all, they have another variant of COVID-19, and they've nicknamed it the cicada variant. What the hell? What the hell? Okay. What's going on? The BA 3.2 variant, it earned this nickname, okay, because of a mutation. This is what's going on. This is actively in the news. And basically, this particular strand lays dormant, okay? It's giving very like shingles, which is crazy in itself. To name it cicada because it stays buried is crazy. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. But so that's going on with that. Now, look, if you all are in the Chicagoland area like me, your girl, MzMetchi, you all know that gas has been high as hell. Do you hear me? I need y'all. Can y'all say it with me in the comments? High as hell. And I don't know about this gas these days, but it is burning quicker than what I like to give credit to. I feel like I'm at the gas station now every 2 to 3 days, and that makes me and my homegirls upset. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. It's too much. But in Illinois, since this is the first time since 2022 that our gas per gallon is averaging $4 a gallon. Y'all, we are moving into some rough times. I'm looking for a friend that's going downtown so we could carpool. Can I get a carpool going? Can we split it up a little bit? I can't keep doing all of this. I'm tired. I'm tired. Let's see. They in the comments on Facebook. Okay, Auntie Tracy, she said higher than a kite. Absolutely. The gas prices is high as all get out. It's ridiculous. It really is. And then Tamika, she added higher than a fat blunt. Yes, 100%. These gas prices, the fact that it's like in Illinois, first off, it already costs a lot to live here, depending on where you stay. It costs a lot. I don't know about you all, and I feel like we're going to talk about it with tonight's Let's Catch Up. Because y'all know for the topic, we haven't been around each other for so long. For y'all that's on TikTok, drop me a couple likes. I love y'all. Drop a couple likes now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Please. Drop on them likes. But the gas prices have absolutely been higher than a fat blunt. I need carpool friends. I need those type of people. Now Kiki is joining. She said, "Finna ride my bike, girl." When I tell you I'm about to go to my father's home, where's my bike, Dad? Funny thing, I still have an excellent bike that's working. That is at my father's house. Okay, shout out to my father. Please. Put some air in my tires, please and thank you. I can't take it anymore. I cannot take it anymore. This is too much. It's too much. Now, moving along, you all know, now we have to, what's up, Josh? Hey, what's up, Josh? I was just speaking to the people over here. What's up, James? Yes, James is a long-time watcher. We love it. Hey, I got to show love to my people over here. I love y'all. Thank you. Look, the TikTok family, they keep it together. They keep it together. But look, y'all, we got to talk about, I have to give y'all 2 updates that's coming from the White House, okay? Y'all know that even though you feel however you feel, I'm just here to deliver you a little bit of news. Now, something that should be alarming for people that put their children in daycares, they're on Medicaid or Medicare. President Trump said that the United States cannot take on additional responsibilities like daycare support. He argued that a large nation with over 50 states and ongoing conflicts, it's just not feasible to expand on such programs. He pointed out the existing scale of these programs, and he suggested that the funds that fund them be limited. Now, there are people that I know, and I mean, you know, we're talking about people that they get up and they go to work every day. They do their best. The single mom that works 2 jobs, all of that, okay? These programs benefit people like them that just, you know what, they just need a little bit of help. And he says that we can't afford these programs because we're in a war. We got to stop doing that. It's too many things that are going on, okay? It's alarming to me sometimes when I watch the news and I hear a lot of the things that are being, you know, that's being said. I feel like we look like a mockery at this point. We look crazy to our allies and to everybody. It's kind of unfortunate. And at this particular point, I need y'all to see the craziness that's going on. It's kind of crazy right now. Auntie Tracy said, now I ask you, do it seem like that he's for the people of the U.S.? Intention and what actually happens, those are two different things. I think that you can have one intention and it play out completely differently. I think so. I think that there may have been intention to make it greater again, but did it actually do that? Who knows? From my vantage point, no. It's kind of bad right now. And Auntie Tracy added war. That's his mess. Yeah, it's like, hey, let's just make sure the babies go to school and they got a nice hot breakfast. I'm just saying. What do you guys think? Kiki said, thank you. Leave us out of this. I mean, everybody, they're throwing across these threats. I'm genuinely scared. Like, I'm honestly, I'm operating as if everything will be okay eventually, but I'm scared as hell. I don't know about you all. It just feels like we're in some really unruly times. Speaking of another update coming from the White House, so our president also came out and said that he was moving Pam Bondi to a private sector for the government and moving her out of her attorney general position. Is this Jeremy? What's up? What's up, Mr. Flowers? What's up? Thank you for tuning in with me. Everybody hopping on. We got TikTok popping right now. Y'all drop me some likes over here. What's up? Jeremy, the topic. So we're doing what's happening, what's up. We just going through a few little breaking news stories. We talk about politics, celebrity tea. For those, we got a few new people that are joining us for the show. But what's happening, what's up is where we talk about what's going on. I'll give you all a quick recap real quick since y'all came in. Gas is high as hell. Y'all know this. In Illinois, gas has not averaged $4 a gallon since 2022. We are there now. If you want to change your username, for your Gmail account, you are able to do that now. They are offering those capabilities. There's a new variant of COVID that is called the cicada variant. It's a lot going on. It's the BA 3.2. So not COVID-19 or anything like that. This is a different type. Okay. And then, of course, Trump is saying that he does not have funding for daycares, Medicaid, or Medicare because of the wars that we are in. Yes. What's going on, Auntie Steph? Hey, thank you so much for joining me. We are on tonight's segment of What's Happening, What's Up. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Get in soon, everybody, okay? Now, let's see. Kim said, America has never been great, so how can they make it great again? If you all missed my exclusive interview with the Grofessor tonight, he actually touched on that in terms of America was great to a certain demographic and they want to get back to that, but in getting back to that, it ends up oppressing us as Black and brown people. Stay with me now, okay? Stay with me. America may have been great to some, but definitely not to all, and we know that. So it's absolutely nothing great about it for us right now. It's not. Let's see, Tamika. Yes, I'm not even going out the country, Tamika, and it's killing me. Let me tell y'all this. What's happening and what's up is that I usually go on at least one international trip per year. And last year I was just genuinely busy that I didn't have the hey Stephanie, I did not have the capacity to go last year just because of work engagements. It was like I couldn't get everything to line up. And this year, I'm actually ready. Like, one thing about me, let me tell y'all something that MzMetchi loves. MzMetchi loves Mexico. And I know how y'all like to try to talk about Black and brown people. We see how they try to oppress them sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And just like all of the things. But I like going there. I like going and experiencing their country. It's beautiful. Some of the most beautiful times that I have had, times with my husband, times with my friends, times with my family. times for work, you know, like I like to travel. So it is killing me right now because it's two things that's working against us. Let's talk about what's happening, what's up. Like I got family that flew out this morning. I was terrified until I got the text message that they made it safely. It's so many things going on. Y'all are not paying people and then expecting them to still show up and give their best. And we are all living damn near paycheck to paycheck. Let me get into this comment over here. So let's see. Hold on. Yeah, the gas prices is high, cicada, everything. Like it's so many things that are going on right now. I am not moving from where I'm at right now. I'm not. Let's see. Kim said your guest was definitely spot on. Kim, was he not giving us the business earlier? The professor was letting us know all of the ways of what's been happening around us. It's crazy. Okay, Jeremy added the international travel is on hold, but he also added that Cancun in November is great. Cancun in November. Bro, I'm gonna put you on. Let me tell you the sweet spot. So I always, whenever I would go and slide out to Mexico, it was always the very first or second weekend of October. And then you could get in on like that second week of November. That's prime time Mexico, baby. The deals are dealing. Cancun in November is great because you have now gotten past hurricane season. But let me tell y'all something else. What's happening, what's up that we don't talk about and we kind of breeze over it. Global warming is kind of happening a little bit. Are y'all okay? I'm hot right now. It's April though. That's cool. When we had a damn near 70-degree day when it was in the heart of winter, I was scared of that. I was outside like everybody else, but I was genuinely terrified. I was terrified. Like, wait a minute. It's not supposed to be 72 degrees today. Where's the snow? Are y'all okay? Yeah. What's going on? Jeremy said, Nathan Johnson, what it do? What's up? Well, we don't see Nathan on here. What's up, Nathan? So that's going on. Now I want to speak this next story for what's happening. What's up is for my listeners that have the babies. Look, y'all, they found lead in the dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets at Walmart. I'm just here I'm just a messenger. I want to tell you all. So they issued a public health alert, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, to warn everybody. What's up, Nathan? Hey. He said, I'm here, girl. What up? What's going on? Wear your coats. I got sick. Tracy, I was sick too. When I told you the nose was running, it was a problem. But yes, the dino-shaped nuggets. And I try to tell y'all about the recalls because look, y'all know this. Life is busy. We move around and a lot of the things that we commonly get, they trying to get us sick. I'm just here to let y'all know. Now look, where are all my fans of Bob's Burgers? They come on Adult Swim and everything. Hold on, let me take a sip. Cheers. Hey, what's up, Pawpaws? What's up, Pawpaws? Y'all drop me some likes if y'all can. I love it. I'm on TikTok too, so we are vibing in both places. But I'm a Bob's Burgers fan. And I was really saddened to hear that the voice that plays Eugene on the show, and if you all watch it, I mean, my husband and I, we love Bob's Burgers. So we actually, hey, Papa. We actually, when they had the movie, because I mean, we really like we like Bob's Burgers and Rick and Morty. Anthony might like it a little bit more than I do, but I like whatever he like because yes, but Bob's Burgers is funny as hell. But I was really, really sad to hear that the voice actor for one of the main characters on the show, he suffered a really horrible car accident, y'all. And this is the thing. The community pulled together to save him. Okay, his name is Eugene Merman. Excuse me, he wasn't playing Eugene. He plays Gene on the show. But he crashed his car into a toll plaza. And he ended up being like pulled out. The car was in flames, y'all. Like it was a really, really, really horrible accident. And it happened in the afternoon, just randomly on Tuesday. So the car struck. The state troopers was trying to get him out. He even had a governor and security detail that was like literally like they rolled up on the crash scene and was trying to help. The state troopers pulled this man out of the car. So I don't like to hear stories like that. They said it was a super scary accident and that he is lucky to be alive. The family was asking for just some private time in terms of, getting through that. And I would imagine that's really scary. Like if you've ever had a car accident, it's horrible. Horrible. Ugh. We have to pull together, it's so crazy that when I go out, I'm super hyper vigilant for myself, but I'm also checking my surroundings to make sure that whatever's going on around me is safe or the people around me are safe. I don't even have to know you to just check in and just make sure, are you okay? Like if we at the club and you overly lit, like, are you getting home okay? Are you good? This is what we have to do. And Nathan, I love what you're saying here. Hold on. Jeremy said in here dropping in on my people. I love it. Y'all, I feel so good tonight. Thank y'all for joining me. I love y'all. Nathan, it. Got to support each other for sure. For real. And like when I tell you with them, like those two, we go all the way back. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm loving this. Now, can I give y'all a story headline and then let's talk about it? And we just go, I don't even I'm not going to go into the super semantics of this, but I'm just going to give you the headline. This comes from WGN. Felony charges have been filed against a Chicago man who allegedly used social media to target victims and steal Pokemon trading cards on the city's southwest side just last month in March. TikTok, because I'm on TikTok too. Let me show my TikTok family some love. Hey, y'all. Do y'all hear this crazy story? Pokemon cards, please. I don't understand it. I'm only laughing at the absurdity. Let me be clear. We are not laughing at the actions of this man that he is luring people and targeting them and doing malicious things. No. We're not rewarding that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about what? Okay, let me get into the comments. So Nathan said, indeed. He said, yeah, I saw that. Wow. And then he also added, so this is for the people, if you don't know why this Pokemon thing is so important. They have rare ones that are worth lots of money. Thank you for explaining that to me, because genuinely, now, and my sister used to collect them. My sister was a Pokemon collector. Drop a yellow heart if you was into Pokemon. I want to know who was into Pokemon. I was only into the song, so I feel like I've been having some cocktails. It's been a week, so let's go ahead and break into song. I want to be the very best, searching far and wide. Doom, 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 doom. That is, I understand that aspect of it. Yeah. To save them is my cause. Pokemon, it's you and me. I only know the song because my sister used to listen to it every single day before school. I only know that much. But I tell you what, I don't know how you could up the charges, but you need to up the charges because a felony. I'm done. I'm done with tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. I'm going to take a quick break and we're going to close out with tonight's topic, which we're just catching up because I haven't talked to y'all in a minute. It's been a minute. Right after this break. Y'all better get tickets for this brunch. It's 23 days left. Don't miss out. I'm telling you now. Thank you.
This ain't your average event. It's an experience. Join us April 25th. It's going down for the LinkedIn Lit Brunch Spring and Summer Edition 2026, where real connections and real conversations and real opportunities are happening. Come and enjoy the food, vendors, spirits, as well as the entertainment by our very own DJ MzMetchi in the heart of downtown on Michigan Avenue. Definitely would love to see you. Get those tickets at thebpmediaco.com. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, And they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. I'm having such a great time tonight, honey. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, as well as on our beloved TikTok. So thank everyone that tuned in. Please share the live if you can. Make sure that you all are supporting the Grofessor tonight. He was our special guest. Now, I want to go ahead and I feel that it's time to, let's just catch up. We need to vibe out for a second. Let's just vibe. I got my drink. Where's your drink? Y'all know the Blueprint Live. It's where I let my hair down over here. But, I've got some really exciting things that are coming up. So me personally, that's my catch up that I want to talk to you all about. This past weekend, I was able to host Seven Lee's album release party. So thank you so much, Seven Lee, for the opportunity. I don't if he joins on either one. I'm super thankful for any opportunity that I can host and just really bring the people together. So that was super fun. And, a couple weeks ago, I talked about how I met, the Grofessor, and shout out to Sarita Love. She is absolutely awesome. What up, Tails? I see you over there, sis. Hey, I love you, sis. And look, I got something for you. I want to see you at the brunch. I want to see you. I'm talking to you directly. But, I'm in production for season 2 of the MzMetchi show. It has been a wild ride this far. It was funny. I'm going to talk to the Grofessor when I'm going to actually be very intentional about talking with him because I loved what he said about the vision boards. But can I share this with y'all in the heart of catching up? This year, 2026, because, tonight I want to give somebody hope. Hey, sis, I see you. I made a vision board in 2024 that did not fully unfold until this year. It didn't unfold until this year. On that trip, on my board, I put on the destinations that I wanted to visit. And the only one that I still haven't visited is Greece. So if you all have anything, let me know in Greece. But that's the only thing on the board that I haven't done so far. And I've already started setting alerts because I'm like, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go. But my vision board from 2024 just came to fruition. And I didn't feel the need to do one in 2025 or 2026 because I knew that some of the things on 2024 hadn't been finished. I'm like, I ain't making a new one until I accomplish every damn thing on it. I had on there to go to the BET Awards. I had on there to produce my television show, to get revenue for the social media content that I do. So I'm thankful for every like, every share, everything. And I wanted to stay rooted in my business in terms of showcasing others. I want to remind anyone that is gatekeeping out here or not putting their people in positions when they can, that there's enough room for all of us. I literally modeled my business to reflect being able to help others be put in a position. That's important to me. And in doing so, in doing so, when you put out that energy and when you genuinely try to help others and you do all of that, you get it back tenfold. I want to remind you that if you help, you always get it back. And it might It might not be in a timeline that's comfortable for you, but when you get it back, you're going to know that it was meant for you. You're going to know automatically. So, we skipping all around because it's like it's a catch-up session. I went and saw Cardi B. She was shaking that ass. Honey, and I need y'all to know I like men, okay? I like my husband. I like men. Cardi B was shaking it. Yes, she was. I was like, girl, she came and shut Chicago all the way down. Who went to go see Cardi B? Went to go see her because I know I did. She was shutting it down. The world is in a state of chaos, but we got to maintain our calm and be there for each other. And let's get together in fellowship while we can. Clock that T. Clock it. The Link the Lit brunch is coming up April 25th. I'm super excited about this. Oh, this brunch, y'all. Oh, I'm putting my heart into this brunch, y'all. I love planning things. It's been fun filming my show. Y'all, I go to work and work a 9 to 5. I'm filming season 2 of the MzMetchi show. Okay. Shout out to Mario Sketch Killer. Shout out to DJ MH Tuda. Shout out to all of my people that pulled up on me. Okay. Jazz, Portia. My girl Portia is doing big things. She just released the date for her cocktail class. I'm so proud of her. And she's still being the boss chick that she is, has also made time to, she's like, MzMetchi, it's time to start telling your story for real. Or Mechi, because she don't call me MzMetchi. That's my girl. She's like, it's time to tell it. I'm so thankful for my village, y'all, right now. Shout out to Kim G. She is on this live. She is my director of operations. Because, baby, when I tell you, it is her love and it is everything that helps to keep me going. When it comes to the business, get you some people that believe in you. Get you some people that believe in you. They gonna love on you through it all, okay? I love my village. I'm so thankful for them. I tell you what, in this catch up, I said I was going to share something. And Tanae's not on here, but I'm going to say it. She celebrated her birthday last week. And can I tell my friends this? Because Kim is on this live, and I do this after all my friends' birthday. Like, I'm talking about my core girls, my girls that we didn't know each other since literally the 99 and 2000s. I've known them my entire life. I be shedding the little tears and getting teary-eyed and crying on the way home from y'all birthday celebrations. Past weekend we celebrated, and I was just thinking about all my friends, like everybody's hitting some monumental birthdays that's coming up. Like, she just had hers, my other girl got hers, she going on a trip. I got mine's coming up May 8th. Shout out to the Tauruses in the building. We the best. We the best. But I get emotional after y'all's birthday, like, especially when we spend it together, like on the actual day. And it's like people like Tanae, people like Kim, their birthdays, like, and Chanel, like, I see my girls, I get with them on their birthdays, Even some of my friends that they go and do their own thing privately, we always celebrate. But I do get emotional when it's my friends' birthdays. I get so emotional because I think about every year that we have spent, whether if it was a brunch, whether if it was just being at home in our PJs or going on a trip or sharing our time. It has been a blessing to see my friends bloom. And I'm not going to get emotional tonight. Y'all know I've been chicken tender lately. So much. But I would just say, if I could say anything, just an ode to my girls. Like, you know what? No matter who don't have us, we have us. We go to these jobs. Y'all got these kids. Life is stressful. It's a lot. It can be a lot sometimes. And we still make it happen. We show up for each other. We help each other. But seeing y'all celebrate y'all birthdays, to see the pure joy on your face, it is something that I live for, and it's different because, my spouse, of course, baby, we chose each other. I love to see his birthday too. I like to see him light up. My man like hibachi. I like to see him light up with the things that he like. I'm like, you special. and I rock with you. My family, same thing. You know your family, but it's something with your friends, because when you are friends with someone at any level, because this is not just exclusive to like girl friendships or like the guys friendships or anything like that. It could be any version of friendship. These are people that you actively choose that you don't have to have ties to. You choose them. You choose them. Right? So when I get to celebrate with my friends, I love it. Kim's birthday turns into like a week of celebration. We go so many different places. It's crazy. It's crazy. Season 2 of the MzMetchi show is coming out, y'all. I'm working right now. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm taking a break. After my brunch, I'm not coming back until the week after my birthday. It's tourist season. Tourist season is coming the hell up. And we're about to kick it. We're about to have a good time. For real, for real. I'm looking forward to it. So things may be intermittent for a little while. Auntie Tracy, I love you. She said, to a phenomenal, beautiful woman, you shining. Thank you, girl. I see you too, honey. Gleaming. I do. I can't wait to party with y'all at the brunch. If you are an entrepreneur, if you're just somebody that you just want to get out of the house on a Saturday and eat some good food and be in good company, you want to shop and have everything available to you. You want to do all of that. Come rock with me. We outside for real. Like I was telling my sister, I'm like, man, and when I say outside, we're not talking about the other stuff, because outside has a couple different connotations. We're talking about just true going out and enjoying life, having a cocktail at a local bar that you haven't been to, having, some nice food. I'm thankful that because I'm in media, I get invited out to a lot of places. I'm able to have some experiences. I want to give a special shout out tonight to Hibachi. Okay. Shout out to Marissa. Shout out to Kali. I'm super excited for them. They, an amazing restaurant. Marissa is doing her thing. She's right off 79th if you are in the Chicagoland area, y'all. And the food is off the chain, period. And they're going to be featured on season 2 of the MzMetchi show. Okay. Kali, thank you so much for everything, friend. Like, look, let me tell y'all, you don't have to see people every day to still stay connected and to look out. Kali, thank you so much for putting me in tune with Marissa. She is another dope ass owner, straight out of the city of Chicago, and I was thankful to be able to try her food and to be able to feature her on my production. And y'all know the MzMetchi show is on Cable 25 in Chicago. So if you are there, you're in the Chicagoland area, tune in. I'm on every Monday at 4 p.m. and every Saturday at 2 p.m. I'm just trying to make it shake, y'all. For real. And not just for me. I tell y'all all the time, I'm not here for me. God told me to use my voice to put other people, put them on. All we got to do is just put you out there. That's what I'm trying to do. So I want to meet y'all in person. Come to the brunch. Support the MzMetchi show if you can. Chicago is the 3rd largest public access network. I didn't even think that I was going to be able to get it past Facebook or YouTube. I need y'all to know that, like, I praise God over here. I don't knock nobody. Y'all know MzMetchi. I be for everybody. Come join me. Come join in. I love y'all. But God has made some things happen. He has made my dreams come true. I told y'all the story about my vision board and the fact that it wasn't completed until this year. There's no shame in that. Don't have any shame when your goals and the things that you want to do get delayed sometimes. Please don't. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. I've talked about plenty of times on the show, those that are long-term supporters of me, you all know the struggle of everything that I was trying to do just to get the MzMetchi show on a bigger platform. And we're going to continue to keep taking it to the top, y'all. I declare and decree that. I'm working every day towards it. And I hope that you do that too. So in closing out tonight, yes, Auntie Tracy, she said, won't he do it? Yes. And I want to get into some comments. Are y'all saying some stuff over here? Hey, y'all, I want to thank everybody that's also on the TikTok. I love y'all. They over here running it up as far as the likes. I appreciate y'all so much. Like, I'm not going to put y'all through another commercial break. I feel like now is a good time to really just go into the quote of the night. And This quote, I tell y'all every week that the quote of the nights for the Blueprint Live, they find me. I go looking for other things. This week I was looking for a recipe. I've been trying new recipes and trying new things. I'm so proud of myself in the kitchen these last few weeks. I've been whipping up some new things and stepping outside of my box, but this quote found me. And I want to say this to somebody that's feeling a little bit discouraged, for real, for real. Like, let's have a real conversation. You're working hard, but you feel like that no one sees you. I'll tell you this. I was just having this conversation with a few of my trusted people in my life. I am visible sometimes, but feel unseen. Yeah. It's hard, right? So I know somebody can feel me on that. You don't know if your efforts are being noticed, if they're notable. You know, you're in that place, you're in between. I just want to say to somebody that if you're in that space right now, that means that you are about to catapult into where you're supposed to be. And I loved what my guest tonight, what he said, the professor, in terms of with unscripting. He put the ing at the end because it's ongoing. It's one of those everlasting things. So this quote, when it found me, I just wanted to share it with you. So here it goes. Tonight's quote of the night to wrap up. At the end of the day, nobody knows how hard you hustle for what you have, how alone you feel at times, how much sleep you may lose, or your daily struggles. That's why you have to do it for yourself and always stay 10 toes down, no matter what. That's from I don't know who submitted that, child. Thank y'all. I saved it onto my Pinterest board. Follow me on there. We about to run up Pinterest too. Run up the social medias. If y'all got something, go on there. I love posting quotes and little things and my little recipes and stuff that I make. I like posting that stuff. But at the end of the day, nobody knows how hard you are going to create the life that you have. But you better always make sure that you know. And whatever it is, stand 10 toes down. I've been 6 toes down before. 4 toes down. I know I'm in my 10 toes down season. Stand on whatever it is that you want to do. People that may be doing things or not doing things in your life and all that, so tell them stand on whatever side they want to stand on. We all could benefit from standing 10 toes down in some things. And don't judge yourself if that little pinky toe lift up sometimes. It's okay. But do your best to try to stay 10 toes down. You'll feel much better as a result. I can tell you from personal experience. I love y'all so much. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following me, your girl, MzMetchi, on all platforms. Make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company for the latest updates at the BP Media Co. If you type in both of those things, I definitely pop right up. Visit the bpmediaco.com/LinkedIn Lit Brunch to purchase your tickets. I am giving out a code. Use promo code Liddy and you'll see a nice little discount at checkout. I love to see you and have y'all in the room. I love y'all. Thank you for everybody that's on TikTok. I'm showing y'all some love. We're going to stay on. I'm going to TikTok. So if y'all want to go to an after party where we could listen to a little music and really have a good time, let's go over to TikTok for a few moments before I log off. But thank y'all for supporting me. I'm glad that we were able to catch up. I'll be back next week. I have a very special guest. I cannot wait to introduce you all to her. Shout out to, the Professor for coming on the show tonight. I'm so happy to have had him as a guest. Sarita, thank you so much for connecting us, girl. I love meeting other dope people. I love it. What up, girl? What up, cuz? But we had a good time tonight. Shout out to my sponsors, Copan Vodka. Yes, we love Copan. Live Long Health, Paris Ice Bar, Pretty Curvy Savage, and Fiya Infusions. And then, of course, Lavish Looks by your girl, MzMetchi. Shout out to our radio partners, Fluent Media Network, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. I love y'all. And until next week, bye. Love you. Good night. Bye.
Thank you for tuning into the Blueprint Live. I'm your girl, MzMetchi. Make sure that you're following me on all platforms at MzMetchi and at the BP Media Co. See y'all next week. Okay, bye.